Hmm. So you're kind of marrying beneath yourself, really, as a daughter of Alexis.
Yes, but I think that Amanda's probably very impressed by titles.
She's that kind of shallow person, is she?
Yes, I would think so.
Yes. You wouldn't identify with that kind of a character yourself.
Thank you very much. No, definitely not.
You're a person of considerable depth. But what about the marriage itself? Is it going to last?
Well,
be frank and fearless,
frank.
please. Tell us all now, and we won't have to watch the series.
Being the shallow character that I am, naturally, I couldn't hope for it to last. Why?
Will she be difficult to live with, Amanda?
Intolerable.
Or has she given her heart
No, absolutely
to the
intolerable.
prince?
Absolutely intolerable.
Of course, you're used to all this stuff anyway, because you have royal associations yourself, haven't you?
Well, I'm sort of a defunct royal, so I don't know if I qualify.
Are you really?
Well, my mother was, yeah, she's Princess of Yugoslavia, but they went into exile when she was 4 years old. And so I've sort of lived on the periphery of all of that, so it's nice because I was brought up, I'm not intimidated by people just because of who they are, and I'm not impressed by titles. What really impresses me is what you've accomplished during your lifetime, what your talents, individual talents may be.
So you haven't got a great deal of time for me, then?
No, not really.
Oh, I want you to, as I said, be frank and fearless and free.
Yes.
Can you tell us any more about the plot? What's going to happen? Is it going to be appalling and death and more tragedy and blood and guts everywhere? Or...
Turmoil, intrigue, a lot of bitching.
Great. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of adultery.
Really?
Oh, yes.
This is terrific stuff. This is the kind of stuff we want to hear.
Incest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You're talking the kind of language I want to hear on Christmas night. This is the stuff. There's people sitting in Britain now.
Pillage.
Yeah, full of turkey and chipolata thinking, what? What did you just say there? Yeah. What about your accent? You've got a very marked English accent. How did they get over that for dynasty?
Dysentery. How did they get over it?
Yeah, because, I mean, was she not supposed to be an American, or had you been supposedly educated in Britain?
All right, well, when Alexis dumped me in Europe, she had me brought up by some wayward cousin, and I acquired my wonderful English accent over there, yeah.
When you were approached about it, how did you see the part? Has it developed the way you hoped it had?
It was very vague. I hadn't a clue. In fact, when I tested for the part, they didn't even tell me who I was testing as. I might have been, I don't know, the housekeeper or the pet goat or, I mean, anything.
As it turned out, you became a princess.
For a very short while, maybe.
Well, now, look, Princess, if I may present you with a simple gift for the time of the year that's in it. This is with the compliments of the BBC.
Shoddy.
I don't want you to open it until you've left La Mirage and I have left the country.
Oh, it's a time bomb. Well, can you open it for me? Let's open it together. Can I open it now?
Well, it's going to spoil the surprise, but all right. Yes, go on.
All right.
I must say, I'm pretty excited by this myself. Look, let me do it.
You rat! I want to open it.
Oh.
Ah! A woof mug. Oh, no.
What do you mean, a woof mug? A Wogan mug.
A Wogan mug.
Beautifully chased work and made in our own factories.
Carved, ladies and gentlemen, my Wogan mug. Oh, thank you so much. My prized Wogan mug.
I imagine this will play a major part on you and the prince's mantelpiece.
I think I will poison him with this.
Oh, poison cups. Nice to know that we're playing even a small part in the plot.
Very small.
Catherine, it's nice to talk to you.
Thank you very
Happy
much.
Christmas.
Thank you.
Bless me if it isn't Jeff Colby, John James.
Vodka gimlet, please.
I'm not a new waiter here.
You're not a waiter?
I've been invited by Blake Carrington for Christmas.
For the Christmas party?
I drove to the mansion and then all the way over here to La Mirage. I haven't been offered a drink and you want me to get you one. What are you doing here anyway? Aren't you in California?
I came back for Christmas.
To Denver.
To Denver, to visit.
And the snow. Yeah. Let me ask you about your personal life now. I mean, did you find it difficult to adjust to a new woman? I mean, I know it was Fallon, but she seemed, to me anyway, to look just a little bit different when she came back.
Yeah, she's a little different. I always say on the show that we're never quite sure of who we bury. I think we should maybe, I'd hate to get a cough because they'll hurry up and bury you on this.
You're the big sex symbol of the show.
I don't know. I think.
I know it's an embarrassing question, but how do you handle that? I mean, do you have lovely women flinging themselves at your feet in real
I
life?
wish. No, I actually, no, I'm very private. I live a very private life. I have a girlfriend, and I live a very private life.
Yeah. I rather wish, if you don't mind my saying so, I've been asked here before Christmas, and I got dressed up. And if you don't mind me saying so, you're a little underdressed. You're making me feel a bit over the top.
Well,
here.
this is the California look here, I think.
Yeah, I wish somebody told me before I got into this elaborate frock. How did you get into the show in the first place? How did you
Into Dynasty?
get into
And they called me and said they're doing a new show called Oil. And I auditioned
Great
for
title.
Oil, yes. There was a contest, and they wanted to come up with a name other than Oil. They didn't like, I suggested Crude, but they didn't like that. And so they finally went with Dynasty. But
Crude would have been
Crude.
terrific. Yeah.
But I don't know. I auditioned for Steven, and they called me and said, we have good news and bad news. And I said, what's the bad news first? And they said, well, you didn't get Steven. I said, oh, okay. Well, what's the good news? And they said, you're playing Jeff Colby.
You were so lucky.
So I pulled the script out, and I said, Jeff Colby, where is Jeff Colby? Well, we're going to write him in. There wasn't even a line for the guy. So they created this character on the spot for me at that time.
Well, now look, I am in a position to make a little presentation to you, and thanks for doing this, and wishing you a happy Christmas, John James.
Well,
It's a Wogan T-shirt.
A Wogan T-shirt?
You'll find of the very, very finest hand tool in a BBC. But I can see that you are all excitement to actually get the old present out. I don't blame you. It's terrifically expensive. Look at that. Look, hey.
Oh, that's very
And white.
nice.
White we felt was a good... And a pen.
Oh, this is a pen.
Don't break the pen.
A keychain?
And a keychain, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty lavish, isn't it? Yeah.
And where did you bring this from?
I brought this all the way from the Director General's private closet in the BBC in London, and he asked me to give it to you.
Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. Size large.
Yeah, it's what Christmas is all about, John.
How's it look? Large.
On you, it looks good.
It does?
What can I say? I don't know what you think, but all is not as it might be here in Denver, is it? I mean, I go across to the old mansion and greet the butler. Now, there's an unlikely character. Can't even say La Mirage. La Mirage. And where's the barman? Look at this. Tatty Christmas decorations in the most expensive club in Denver. And the bottles? They must be drinking like fishes. Every one of them's empty. And over here, the ice cubes. Watch. Plastic. Still, I think I'm winning them over. It must be the BBC presents. I think I'll do a little more table hopping. Ah, a quiet corner of the lounge, filled with 3 unsavory characters, with the backs of their heads or anything to go by. Aha, I thought so. Adam Carrington, Prince Michael of Moldavia, and Dex Dexter, a.k.a. Gordon Thompson, Michael Praed, and Michael Mader. So, you've been invited. Forgot the knee, eh? You've been invited for Christmas, have you? Same as myself.
Yeah, I know, and
Yeah?
and there's lots of people here, isn't there?
Well, it's not the liveliest place I've ever been to. It's good to see you, though, because you've survived the massacre, haven't you?
Yes, we
All
have.
3 of you.
Yes.
I think so.
Look, people were stopping each other in the streets of Britain to talk about your bravery during that massacre.
Really?
Really?
How can you do that?
God.
You were hiding behind the skirts
You're
of
damn
a wo-
right. Oh, yes,
Yes,
of my
you were.
mother. I have more sense.
You, on the other hand, how's the old marriage working out? Bad, is it? Yeah, what's happening?
Sorry, Prince.
Yeah, that's the
You're
way it
one
goes.
to laugh. Your own marriage isn't doing all that well, is it?
No,
Has Alexis given you the push already?
Yes, I think she has. I think she has. In fact, I don't know how much of a storyline we can give away here, Terry. But you seem very well informed.
Yes, you sure do. What do you think we're sitting here for? All by ourselves.
Does Aaron send you scripts for...
Have you 3 fellas all been elbowed by the women in your life?
Yes,
I think so.
it's true.
Even you?
Yes.
Oh, Claudia, even Claudia gave you the push.
I don't think Amanda knows how to iron.
No, that's not fair,
I'm
Michael.
sorry.
No. If you start at my wardrobe, I have to ask if the camera could pan down on this.